35. Day 35.
35.
We're watching Walford watch party. Piggy
Got a pina
showing
colada.
Ash pictures of a granny going to PSG.
She was given a titch.
Don't even think Piggy knows where PSG is.
It's somewhere in the world.
That's a good answer, mate. Never put you on a quiz show. Right. He was from Rome. Where is Rome? Rome.
That's fuck. I was going to say Italy, but I don't think it's in Italy.
Fucking Greece, I believe.
Yeah, I was trying to think of it, but I couldn't, and Italy only came to my mind.
He's gone too far. The social experiment is over.
Do you know who's a weird TikTok to come across? Do
Alright.
you remember Barrymore?
Barrymore. Who?
Michael Barrymore.
Oh, yeah, alright.
He's on TikTok, and jeez.
We're close friends, so I call him Michael. Actually, I lie. Was Barrymore the one who was cancelled? I don't remember that anymore.
Barrymore, hello Lewis. Barrymore
Hello.
was the one who his career got ended because a guy drowned in his swimming pool.
Reasonable.
Well, welcome to the stream, folks.
Oh,
Yeah, no, but
nice
he
little
was-
trigger warning for me there.
Oh yeah, no, it was a huge scandal. Also, I read up on his Wikipedia because obviously I watch Adam Machidi, who does sometimes watch Barrymore shows because he's not as say Savile levels of cancelled, so it's all right. But I looked up Barrymore and I went, was Barrymore gay? Because he's very flamboyant. And I went, yeah, he was. He came out as gay in 1995. Then he went on Come Dine With Me in 2010 and found the love of his life and married her and stated he's no longer gay. And I went, right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't even have a big joke about that. It's just ridiculous, isn't it?
It's just funny. Well, it's not. Well, obviously, the thing of him coming out as gay and then they're going, I'm not gay.
I mean, fucking, he went to the John Travolta school of being closeted. What is that drink, mate?
A non-alcoholic pina colada.
Jesus Christ, that looks fucking horrific.
It's fucking delicious.
Looks like slightly gone off milk in a fucking glass. I think it's also the fact it's in is it in a Heineken cup as well?
Yes.
Fuck it now. Yeah, Jesus. I don't want to look at that more than I have to. That looks fucking hideous. Say that I've gone to the bright side of life. Yeah, obviously at this point I don't really drink that much, but if I ever do, I've stopped going for the Corona, and I go for a Thatcher's Blood Orange. Delicious. Why the fuck would you even? What dickhead even decided? I say that I did buy one of those big fuck off massive bottles of Corona the other day, and because I don't drink in the slightest, mate, I was fucking cooked. I think it's. I don't remember how the size of a normal bottle of Corona, but it's something fairly small, because it's got the stupid bottle with a little long neck. Yeah, so it was basically, I think it was 620ml. So it was basically there was two bottles of Corona in one big boy, and I was fucking steaming because my tolerance is in the bin.
Did you drink all of it?
Yeah. I'm not buying it to look at it.
No, I just thought you drank half and then went, I can't finish it.
I'd chin that fucking thing. I bought some bagels as well. I'd put some bacon and mayo on a bagel. Oh. Hello, SD Cricket fan.
Says, this evening, lads, one word, shambles. That's all I'll say.
See, the funniest bit about yesterday's stream is I got so fucking worked up, it was outrageous. I was so tilted by the episode, and I usually hold all the composure, but I was fucking fuming. And then I expected, because you say we recorded. I basically ranted for 30 minutes whilst Piggy just sat there and said, "Yeah, it was okay." And I was expecting, I was kind of worried going to bed because I'm like, oh Jesus, I'm gonna get so many like shitty comments like "fuck you, you dumb prick," like "shut the fuck up, you don't know what you're on about." And then it's just what Stephen Brody, who just says, "You know what? I actually disagree with all this, and here's actually all the points that I think is wrong." And I was like, huh. I kind of wanted people to start yelling at me. I was like, fucking. I was expecting it to be like when I did all the Hollyoaks 30th anniversary reactions where it fucking banged, and it's like, nah, no one cares. Like the sound.
Got a 2 out of 10 in terms of viewership, so that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not good considering all the other viewership, but you know. It's fine. Oh, we've gone from 40k views a month to 25. We're back. Welcome back. Can't wait for it to peak up in about 2 months when there's a big episode.
I feel like for half of that 30 minutes video, Piggy was looking for a Teddy Long kid involving a limo.
Piggy always does it. He always decides, I'm going to find this thing really quickly, and it takes him 10 minutes to find the fucking thing. So it's already gone and past. It's in the past. And he's like, fucking hell, I found it. It's like, I've been talking for like 5 more minutes because you were trying to find this GIF. And then it takes you 5 minutes to put it on the screen. Because like, fuck, I don't know how this fucking works. Shit.
Well, but no, I guess it was a fun video for me. Because I just sat there and posted my TikTok that surprisingly did well.
Yeah, and he was posting a TikTok. That's what he was doing. Here's me bringing the cheddar in. John Cheese in the bank account getting paid. And he's like, fucking hell, I've just got to put out a TikTok. Fuck you, do it after the video's over. This is serious.
Me, you were ranting for 30 minutes. I couldn't just sit there and twiddle my pubes like.
You could. Mate, it's like when we were doing the podcast and I was on a really impassioned rant. I'll just look over and here's Piggy just fucking putting more and more quantities of marshmallows in his mouth. And I wasn't even trying to like spoil the party because it's like, your guys' chemistry is so good on the podcast. It was me ranting, and then Piggy just kind of goes, all right, thank fuck, I don't have to talk about that one. Moving on. We didn't fucking talk about anything. I just complained, and you said, yeah, that's a bit shit, that. It's like, not to peel behind the curtain, but that's kind of how some of the videos do go. It's like, all right, I'm wound up and ready to go. Piggy's like, all right, sound. See you next time. But
that's just how it works.
Yeah.
And then I did My Life's a Party edit with Peter Griffin and the new Jordan. That was fun.
Yeah, and for some reason, like I said, I mean, to be fair, we haven't plugged the TikTok, but Piggy started making TikToks. And he keeps showing me them, and I keep giving him disapproving looks.
I want you to pull up the one I made, if you don't mind.
Yeah, but I feel like an old man watching that, because I'm like, I don't get it. What's the joke?
At least life's a party. It's the...
I don't, I'm an old man.
It's just a funny edit.
Hello! I might blast your fucking ears out, do apologise. Also, if this gets fucking claimed, I'm gonna... Actually, we're not getting any revenue from this anyways, are we? Let's be real. Alright, the TikTok that Piggy made, and he's like, this is some of my best work, and I'm sat there like, yeah.
Hello! Do you receive my echo? My life is a party, my home is the club. I party like a rock star, dance until I drop. My life is a party, my home is the club. My stage is the dance floor, party never stops.
And I was just like, he's clearly just used the template for all the text, and it's all like stock edits. He's like, so my best work, me. He's just used some filters, hasn't he? Yeah, I worked really hard on that one. Keyframing all the text to the music. Nah, it's just a fucking filter, isn't it? Just a lovely little preset. And then it's like, I don't know. But hey, who am I to critique? I don't even make TikTok anymore. Back in the day,
You're a minute early, mate.
that's 9:30. It's 7:30 on my account.
All right, fine. Yeah, it's fine. Play it.
He's getting defensive now. I'm shitting on his TikToks. Fucking play it then. Come on, fucking play it. That's what we're here for, aren't we?
23-second mark. The episode has pulled up and the title card has pulled up. So we should.
Fucking hell. This must be some hell of a fucking wedding party. They do have it. They do have Insomnia playing. I can't get no sleep. Like Max is pinging off the walls. Hey, Jordan. You want to play with some bins? Just come over here, Jordan.
Don't feel sorry for you, you stupid bitch. It's your own fault.
Do you really want to hurt me? Do you really want to make me cry? Mate, Kathy would be sobbing with that song coming on.
Ross says, why was he even by the bin?
Rosalinda Mendez.
Rosalinda Mendes.
Ross. Why is he even at the bins? Well, Chelsea just clearly hadn't fed him, so he was taking a book out of the rats protocol and trying to find some cheese. I don't know why they're all looking like French painters.
Was Ross French? I don't know.
Fucking hell, Harvey.
I like how Alfie doesn't take off the Hawaiian shirt when he's doing the photo shoot.
No. Ross does really look like Spencer the Painter from Balamory. It's not entirely a one-to-one. Do, 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 do. Go on, Dexy's Midnight Runners. Let's go, baby. One of the most miraculous one-hit wonders.
Come on, Eileen.
We have the Mario movie at home. This is what they have. Hey, Harvey, why are you eating those shrimps? What are you doing, Harvey? You fucking bitch. Right, Timmy two-step.
Don't get it in my hair.
Oh, lean forward, lean back. Oh, bit of travel, travel. Another two-step. Oh, go on, Howie. Yeah, hit it, Howie.
Go on, Howie.
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah.
Go
Oh,
on, son.
the
Go
worm.
on, son. Go on. That's my ball.
Mate, Mark
That's
Fowler's
my
not
ball.
following that. He's more rigid than
I
Anthony
shouldn't
Truman.
have calculated. Oh, I've seen this. Ian does a dance here. Watch this.
Go on, do the dance. Do the dance, Ian. Come on. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Go on, Ian. Yeah.
Ian does his own choreography.
He does.
Choreography? Did I say that right?
Choreography. Dancing for your mum, lame. Alright. Look, if you can't dance in front of your mum, or parent, There's obviously the only dance Piggy's doing in front of his mum is dance on a fucking grave at some point. Get fucked. But who else you gonna dance for?
Can't dance for Pete, he's dead.
I say that I'm not dancing for shit either, mate. One of my mates, he's single and he's been going out on the pull. He's been going out on nights out. He flirted with someone by doing the hot potato, or the baked potato rather, doing that. Someone joined in. She had a husband and kids. I will say Peter's looking fucking scrumptious in that suit.
Just ignore what I said. You all right, mate? You all right?
Judging what Chelsea's like. Get up, Jordan, you fucking prick. I've had enough of you playing around. Alright, this is going to lean slightly into the subreddit point, but maybe don't get Josh to do these scenes. Maybe people have a point.
Also, they lied. EastEnders lied. They said one episode will focus on one character. You're lying here. Denise, you had your episode yesterday. Get out of the fucking shot.
Also, we did get the thing yesterday. I was complaining about the monologue, saying, "Why the fuck have you done it today?" I was even talking to my brother, and he's like, it was alright, but I don't know why you're getting so heated about it. It's like, but it could have been so good. Could have been so good. And then even Stephen Brody, who responded, was the lone. Well, no, to be fair, we did get another comment on that video, which was someone. It was more akin to what I expected, which was the old classic. David Cale, wake up. The entire Wadey era is a disappointment. So fucking hell, alright, mate. And then Stephen Brody did say, I retract the last point, the monologue, as it stands now, probably should have happened at the end of the week. Get fucked. I was right about everything.
Peter, you know that was your dad's park spot. Remove the fucking poster.
I also will complain about the fucking weird geography of this place, because I don't know. It's all over the shop.
Like, yeah, because 1 minute
they had
it takes 20 minutes.
They had to establish that Ross. Oh, there we go. That's the key sign. They had to explain that it was a tube ride away, but then they got back to the allotment quite quickly, which is on the square. It's on the square is the allotment, and then they have to go away from the allotment. And, yeah, it's just a fucking shit show, isn't it? It's, just so convoluted. Also, is there a chance that Kat and Alfie have somehow spiked the drinks or some shit? That's why everybody's sick. Because people think that they're not going to be running the Vic by 2027.
The food?
Well, no, they just said the food's fine.
Oh.
So if it's not the food... You were right, Ash, to be fair, but Denise is a legend. I'm not buying it. Also, I will say, this storyline can make Denise a bona fide legend. But not yet. She doesn't just get it for being here for 20 years.
Can Alfie definitely cook the prawns wrong?
Gone off prawns? They said it wasn't they said it weren't the prawns.
Well, Harvey's been fucking eating the prawns. It has to be the prawns.
Made a point out the bag, burst opens up. Oh, okay, never mind. I just can't listen. Fair enough.
Wadey, don't.
Piggy's
don't,
about to get
Wadey.
really angry.
Wadey, no. Put that pen down. Get your erection off your pants. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. No. 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 No.
Oh. Phew. Breathe. It's going to happen at the end of the episode instead.
Why? There's no point for it.
Which part is annoying Piggy you're not watching? The Mark and Lauren nearly kissing. Ah, yeah.
Suck that breathalyzer. Suck that breathalyzer.
See, the worst bit is I'd start unbuckling the police officer's trousers. Mate, he didn't even let it fucking beep.
Continuity error, EastEnders.
Say that, obviously I've never blown into a breathalyzer.
You've blown into a police officer's cock, though. My heart bleeds for Peter, poor man. Exactly.
I say that, I still haven't let Peter... I still hold everything against Peter for how shit he was, but whilst Jimmy was being born. Like, he was a useless prick, but he's been alright. He's been alright after Jimmy was born. He got his head round it, so he doesn't deserve to be cheated on. I do agree with that. I don't really feel the chemistry of Mark and Lauren. I can tell they're trying to do a lot with it, but they don't. I don't know. They don't really have it for me.
I just don't understand why you have to break up a perfect partnership. Oh, Max is going to propose.
Sorry, you what?
Propose.
Yeah. Two specimens of breath. Fucking hell. I'll show you a fucking specimen. Fucking.
Did you call him a fag? What was that, Ian?
Faff.
Oh, faff. All right, sorry.
He's just slurring for no reason.
It's not a slur. I was referring to a cigarette.
I wouldn't get caught saying it anywhere, publicly or privately.
Go on, suck it, Ian. Suck it, Ian. Suck it.
Well, the separate video you did straight after the live stream, by the way, added good touch, especially for this week. I mean, I don't know if I'll do it. I don't know if we'll do it for all of the episodes, but if it pisses me off again, probably will be. But if it's just a boring, mediocre episode, I'm not too keen on it. Also, I like how when Jack had to hide his guilt from shooting Zoe with the gun. He's like, bloody up! Oh, I'm gonna have to break protocol. But then the second it's Ian, it's like, fuck you. Well, you've been arrested for 20 years. It's like, all right, hold on.
He's not going to get arrested though. He's still going to be here. He's only
People
a
have been
child. You can
suggesting,
correct
what if he goes to prison and his cellmate is Grey Atkins?
I mean, he is better dad than Chelsea, to be fair. It's all Gray Atkins. Well, like, why are they complaining that Jordan got hit by a car? It's fine. Make a new kid. You can do it. You're only 40. You're not 60. You haven't hit menopause. You can do it.
But thank you for saying you like the video. There we are. Actually be appreciative.
I hope Jordan isn't okay. Also, you don't deserve him. Give it back to his dad.
Also, this is Peter's 2 minutes of acting this entire year. I hope you enjoy it because this is all he's getting. This is all he's getting for the rest of the year.
He's getting more if Lauren cheats on him.
Yeah, but he has slotted into the J role. It's like, oh, he's there, he's consistent, but he's boring. It's like, well, he's still good. Like,
Oh, great, it's happening.
all right, Ian, you're gonna fucking tumble yourself into.
I mean, he's only had 1%. It's not that bad, guys.
You little pedantic twat. This is why the police force has gone down the shitter, hasn't it? It's underfunded, it's got you dickheads in charge. Fuck you.
I mean, the police is just a stupid name anyways. Just call them what we call them, the Garda Síochána. Police is such a woke name. Call it the Garda. Garda's a better name. Don't respect you punchies because you're in black uniform. At least we wear green uniform. What do you wear? Black. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, edgy motherfucker. Get some colour in you.
What do you mean? They did a survey and they said they actually have the most colour that they've ever had, and even if they don't, there's not a problem. So we
have the most colour possible. They're all in the prison cells.
Hello, Joanne.
Hello, Joanne. Well, no, they're not. They usually get shot dead, do foxes. Oh, so, yeah. Why is Kim here? You have nothing to do with him.
Because it's
party.
family.
Have a few beers. Today's episode was a bit dull. It is.
I did have a bunch of needless gripes about yesterday's episode, but Who's stolen the ring? A bit dull is an understatement. I just... it's
shit.
shit. I like... The issue for me is... Why have you decided to make a really big emotional tragedy around Jordan, the character who we haven't fucking seen on our screens in ages? And like, yeah, sure, you feel bad because a kid's got run over. What's this weird? Why is it blurry at the bottom as well? Why are they blurring out the feet? What is this? This is the opposite of Tarantino.
Angelica. But God isn't real, so no. Jack, you did something much worse. You shot someone. No, I'm defending Ian here. He's a prick. He's a fucking prick. You shot someone. What's a bit worse? Running over a bin or running over fucking shooting someone. Shooting someone, you can blow their fucking brains out, Jack. You shot someone. Don't fucking play fucking... Oh, you stabbed someone, so you've done the morally wrong thing. Yeah, and you've cut my toe off. You've done the worst thing, you fucking bellend. You can't sit in your high horse and you've literally shot someone last year.
And covered it up as well, by the way.
And covered it up and blamed an innocent person. Yes, I know the innocent person tried to rape Zoe, but it's still an innocent person in that sense because he got wrongly accused for shooting someone.
Also, I'm just being childish with this though. But if I was a prisoner and someone was like putting their face through the little like hole, mate, I'd just like hide with the and then run away.
Yeah, and he covered it up.
Hello, Luke. But yeah, I'd do the old 4 more years on your sentence, and I'll do it again.
He's a hypocrite.
Calm and rational choice. Max is gonna propose to Cindy with Howie's ring. I believe. Yeah, and he covered up for Denise. He's covered up for so many people. I mean, obviously, he's got a right to be annoyed because it is a member of his family who has been hit, and he's obviously going to be seeing red.
No, he doesn't.
But he is still a hypocrite for being all shitty about it. Because look, if Ian's telling you, I didn't realise I hit him, because it's not like it's in Ian's wheelhouse. Like, yeah, sure, he did kill Denny, but he but still, he's telling you it was an accident. And it was a fucking accident. But then obviously we saw it. He's breaking protocol as well. You're not supposed to tell people.
Jack, I hope you get fired. I fucking hope you get fired.
God,
your pants get pulled down and someone rips your cock off. I really hope that happens to you. And I want to watch it. Because I'll be aroused.
Okay, so he may have got a possible spine fracture.
Spinal. Oh, okay. Oh, so he's becoming paralysed.
Jack is an asshole. He is.
I really hope he loses his job. But we know he doesn't lose his job because he's still there in 2027.
Oh, he's doing it, isn't he? Fuck off, Max. It's not even your ring. It's not even your ring. I never liked Jack.
All right, Jack Black.
To be honest, he is as boring as a lump of poo. Very descriptive.
Specify the poo, please.
I did like how you used the word asshole, but then you went, all right, I've been pushing the boat out too much. He's a lump of poo, he is. He's a lump of stinky, stinky poo-poo. Get fucked. He is proposing, isn't? Ah, what are you doing, Max? What are you doing?
Hey, don't quit your day job. What's Sucky and Eve doing here? You're not supposed to be here. If I thought I got someone fired. Oh, let's stop.
Please stop.
Well, I would like to believe that, considering she pulled David Wicks.
No, I bet David Wicks is a really, really depressing lover. Why? Fuck you. Fuck you. So Duff Duff is Max proposing. Will there be a video about this episode? No. It's supposed to be a big week, guys. Did you know that you're supposed to have episodes from Monday to Thursday that are all just as exciting as each other?
It's also funny that Ben Whiteley does not even look at his own scripts, considering he doesn't remember that Jack shot fucking Zoe. Like, you literally wrote that, mate. How do you not remember that? Like, why didn't no one just go, Jack, you shot someone. Calm down.
I don't know, mate.
I just don't want Jordan to survive. I just want him to go.
You know, all right, mate.
You don't need him. You don't need him. You can have a new kid. Go to prison. Bunk up with Gray Atkins. Have another kid. There you go. Problem
Yeah, but
solved.
then Ian might go to prison.
Yeah, but you shouldn't let him go to prison. He's a nice man.
Yeah, but but if he actually technically has killed the kid, he's going to prison, isn't he?
Yeah. No, because you can pay the law off. He is a counsellor. You have to know how scandals work. Keir Starmer literally hired a guy who was alleged with Jeffrey Epstein.
But that's politics. That's not necessarily intersecting with the police.
Yeah, but Ian can pay off someone to get away with
what
murder.
Money?
He's a politician. He can do it. He's a politician.
He's fucking dirt poor.
He can fucking do it. He's fucking a politician.
He's
He can do
dirt
it.
poor.
He can pull some strings, mate. He can pull some strings.
What string? What contacts does he have?
Phil?
Well, yeah, because Phil's gonna give him money. Also, I don't know. I've got nothing else to say about your little rant, so I'm just gonna talk about what I want to talk about. The me special. I don't understand why we also had the scene where Max and Phil are suddenly all pally when Max has literally accosted Phil of like a good 100K. Ah, it's all water under the bridge though, isn't it? I just gave you a shitload of money, you prick. Well, I'm not sharing a fucking moment with you. Will Cindy say yes? Honestly, I can't tell. I can't tell. I don't know. I don't know where we're going with any of this. And that's not a good thing in my opinion. Yeah, we know there's a wedding, but if they they're not setting up a wedding 6 months in. Like, the wedding that's going to take place will not be Cindy and Max. It'll be someone else.
You say that.
I fucking hope it's not.
Mate, have you not watched any of our videos? Do you not know how Ben Whitey works? You stall it out until the last possible moment. That's how it works on this.
Yeah,
You
but you
stall
also
it.
show that the real answer isn't actually on the screen until the last possible moment.
Yeah, you show that on Christmas, not Christmas Day, on New Year's Eve.
Exactly. Phil's brother literally destroyed Max's car in his house. Exactly. So, like, he made it so his sister and his brother left. Yeah, they cut short the reunion, and he's just supposed to be shaking his hand. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I like to think these were supposed to be really, really important circumstances, where obviously we got to see the fact of how, you know, Ian was quite like, fucking hell, what, this is a farce. And then as he quickly realizes now that he's possibly going to prison, and he actually is at risk of going to jail, he suddenly it all dawns on him like, oh shit, this is real now, because he clearly didn't realize what actually went down. But other than that, like, Kim and Howie, the proposal again, just meh, really. Just nothing really of any interest. This is supposed to be a big eventful week, and by episode 2, you've already decided, yeah, we're bored now. Like, the drama, the tragedy's not enough to cut. The tragedy's not enough to hook people in to cover the rest of the week somehow. Somehow it's not enough. A kid's just been run over. It's supposed to be really dramatic. But equally, it's at the wedding, and it's at the after party of a wedding that we don't give a shit about. Like, we don't care about Ross and Vicky. And, it's all over the place. Do you want to read some chat?
When is Piggy going to run for councillor against Ian Beale? First, I need to get a sex scandal and a couple of scandals and a racism scandal against me, and then I'll have to run. Because you know, you have to do that. Isn't it funny that Howie stole a ring to propose to Kim? Yeah, Max stole Howie's ring for Cindy. Kim can't catch a brag.
No, you're right, mate.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, it's just fucking. Is that funny? What's going on?
Isn't it funny that Howie stole a ring to propose to Kim? Now Max stole Howie's ring for Cindy. Kim can't catch a brag. Anything more?
Not really. It's just, I don't know. I don't know, really, to be honest. I understand the point, because Max is annoyed at feeling like he's being, like, malaligned. He's not feeling like people are giving him a fair shake. But it's also like, he's the same dickhead who is when, why do people hate me? It's like, you literally, you abandoned your entire family and basically you nearly let the daughter of your dead, the kid of your dead daughter nearly get taken in by social services because you were trying to fuck. I'm sorry we don't trust you around everyone. Like, why does everybody hate me? Because you've been an arsehole, Max. That's why people hate you.
We know there's we've read that one. And Phil's brother literally, we read that one. Do you think this cements Cindy as his wife, or is it now too obvious? And that was always my point. But sadly, I think it's going to be so dissatisfying.
I don't think we can rule anything out now. We can imply what's next, and from what's current knowledge, maybe it is Cindy who's the bride. But it feels too soon to call it, right? It's like if your football team is top of the league in December, and you realise that the season ends in May. We won the league. It's December. There's so many more months to play. We won the league. Oh, what? We didn't win the league. But I thought we won it in December. Like, it's not fucking over yet.
ST Cricket fan says, I have a feeling that Wadey will do the same thing he did with Jasmine. Now with Cindy, red herring after red herring, and right at the end it will turn out Cindy is in fact the bride. The classic Ben Russo Wadey.
Swerve after swerve after swerve.
Bro, and then she whips him out. To quote Russo.
I still think Max will defend Ian to a point. This is why Ian is so defensive and happy to be his best man. Yeah, I think that Ian will get shunned by the Trumans, and the Trumans are quite a big family in current EastEnders. And that will make a lot of Walford turn on him. And he will be supported by Elaine, he'll be supported by his family, but by everybody else, they're just going to hate him.
But to me, they can't get mad at him because I'll just go, yeah, but Jack did shoot Zoe, so...
I mean, yeah, but they can. Like, in this circumstance, your nephew gets run over, and you're not going to go, well, we did do all that shooting business. Like, you just go, you fucking run over our kid? The asshole, he's not possibly killed the kid.
Ian Beale,
Ian
Beale did nothing wrong.
You're not writing the pros and cons and going, well...
I am.
Well, you're not normal.
Because Ian did nothing wrong. He didn't know he hit someone. Had he known he hit someone, he would have got out of the car and actually helped them. But he didn't. He drove off, and that was all.
He didn't. Obviously, he didn't intend on hitting Jordan, but Jordan's still in the fucking hospital, isn't he?
Yeah, but that's his own fault, because little twat didn't look twice. Did you not read the road safety adverts that aired on television? Look twice before you cross the road. That's what they tell you in school. Look twice before you cross the road.
Mate, he's only 4. He's probably not even going to school yet.
It is Chelsea's fault. This is why I've been saying Gray Atkins is a better dad, because now Chelsea cares about him. You didn't care about him yesterday. Why do you care about him now? This is why Gray Atkins is the better dad, and he's a better parent to Jordan than Chelsea. Take Jordan away from Chelsea and give it to Gray, please, please. I bet Gray buys him ice cream every Friday after school. When is Jordan going to become Professor X? I would love that. He can give the Holocaust beam then to people. Which, do you not? That's what Professor X can do. Do you not know that? Professor X, because obviously Magneto survived the Holocaust. So Professor X can, like, shoot the entire existence of the Holocaust into someone's brain. I'm not making up that as a genuine thing that Professor X can do. It's just never told in the movies for obvious reasons. But yes, it's a real thing. I'm seriously not making it up. It's a real thing.
That's why you stop talking about it.
Do you not want it? Power.
No. I'm feeling that. I thought it today was better than yesterday, but still not spectacular. Oh no, I feel like yesterday is a much better episode. I thought this one was just quite boring. Personally,
to me, 2 episodes in a row have been quite boring. So,
like, even though we did a whole 30-minute video of me saying it was fucking, like, basically it could have been great, but it was just good. Which, some people just go, yeah, but it was good though. Like, why'd you care about it not being great? And it's like, because they put themselves in the right position to do something fucking tremendous. Like, suddenly, it's not... It was like they were doing the 100-meter sprint and they were ahead the entire time, and then at the last second they fall over and snap their ankle and then come 8th place. Like, it's not that cool that you finish 8th place, because you could have been first. And that's a lot of my problems with the episode, where they had a lot of good moments that they could have made. They could have made exceptional moments, and they could have made episodes that we'll come back from to now. Like, basically, it could have been an episode that stands in time itself. It could be an episode remembered for good, because they had it. But the issue is they fucked it up by constantly making it a bit too overbearing, a bit Like, they made it hard to sit through for me, and hard to sit through in general, which for me made it worse, because you were distracting the audience from the important stuff that matters, and by doing that, you make the general outcome of it worse, because it could have been something that could have been a scene that's remembered for years to come, but because you made so many questionable choices and wanted to really ham it up, and like I said, they could have done the monologue today, they could have done the monologue tomorrow, they could have done the monologue on Thursday, but no, they decided we want to do everything today. And
I have two things to read out. This episode is like a watch when the battery needs replacing, says Jonah Smith 2483.
nice.
And Igor Evans says, is it a hot take to feel sorry for Ian at least slightly? I feel way more sorry for Jordan though. I don't feel sorry for Jordan, but I do feel sorry for Ian.
I do. I feel sorry for Ian. Obviously, he didn't realise he hit anyone, and if he did, he would have got out and helped, but he didn't realise. So didn't realise he had a drunk Kathy that he needed to get home. So I don't blame him for it.
Hold on, I'm googling something. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't think it's hot. I don't think it's a hot take though. I feel way more sorry for Jordan though. See, the issue for me is I feel bad for Jordan under the proviso that Chelsea has been a shit mum in these episodes, and that's the only reason I feel bad for Jordan. But I don't like Jordan as a character because we've not seen Jordan on screen. So I don't feel bad for the kid because I don't know the fucking guy.
I have it here. This is what played in every school in Ireland when I grew up. So these are the 6 essential steps for crossing the road. Number 1, look for a safe place. Number 2, don't hurry, stop and wait. 3, look all around and listen for traffic. Listen, Jordan, you twat. Let all traffic pass is number 4. Walk straight across the road. Keep watching.
Yeah, but he wasn't on the road.
He was.
He was in a car park.
Well, it was a road. So he should have
Car
done the
park's
safe
not a road.
road. Well, he didn't have his visor on. He didn't have his little green high-vis jacket.
Look, Chelsea
on.
didn't pack the high-vis, unfortunately.
Yeah, but that's the 6 essential steps for the safe cross code. Has no one here ever heard the safe cross code?
Yeah, we've heard about it, but it doesn't really apply. Like he's only 4 years old.
Yeah, you learn it at 4.
Mate, I heard rumours that you still hold your hands when you cross the road. I fucked up the joke there. I meant to say hold your dad's hand when you cross the road, but anyways, the fucking joke's gone. But there's still a funny visual image, isn't it? Can we cross the road yet, Dad? No, not yet, son. Alright, Dad. Don't know why you're Lenny from Mice and Men. Think of the hedgehogs, Piggy. It's fucking...
Are you going to teach me about the EastEnders forever and ever? Are you going to get me a rabbit farm? Just look at the road, Peggy.
I'll say that. I did have a funny story about hedgehogs. Because obviously in the UK we had the hedgehogs that was the hedgehogs were the road safety ones. I don't know why hedgehogs are the mascot for being road safe, because they are fucking horrendous at getting run over. Like, they're really bad at doing it. They're fucking garbage. Like, don't make hedgehogs the mascot for it. They're shit. They don't check left and right each time, the fucking idiots. They just get ploughed down by a car. It's horrendous. Now...
Well, no, because I'm assuming the reason would be because hedgehogs don't follow the safe cross code because they're obviously animals, so and they get ran over a lot, so it makes sense to do hedgehogs.
Look, all I'm saying is they don't represent good road safety. It's all I'm saying. You know,
neither does Jordan, to be fair.
No, but I did run into 2 hedgehogs the other day. It was when it was in the heat wave, and I went outside and I sat out the back in the patio, and I'm just sat there chilling, like trying to air out everything because it's warm. And I just see a hedgehog just run up to me and just stare at me for a solid 20 seconds. I'm like, fucking hell. And then...
You pet him?
Pet him? Where? Where am I going to pet the hedgehog? Fucking... Yeah.
Rub his little head.
There's so much more head than fucking bodies, I'm good. What if I get the wrong spot? Anyways,
It'd be fine.
and then I didn't realise hedgehogs are fast as fuck, boy. This hedgehog saw me, then started doing some like diligent military like laps around the garden, just fucking zooming around the place. Obviously, because I'm a cliche, I was like, Sonic, and then he does his like obligatory like 4 laps around the garden. Like, fair enough, good lad, getting the exercise in the hot weather. Exercise at peak temperature. And then he goes under the fence. Like, oh no, he's gone. So I open up the gate to like take a look to see where he's gone. He goes, I'm back. So he walks through the gate. And I'm like, sound. Then he does about 3 more laps again, hides under some bushes. Then he comes back out, goes under the gate. And then I look there. Then I look.
Sorry.
No, let me finish the
then?
fucking story. And then I look up, and he crawls under the fence. There's another one there too. 2 hedgehogs just out of nowhere, and now they're both running around the garden. The bad bastards! What you doing that for? It's 30 degrees in heat. You fucking idiots! And then they went to their little home, which I don't know where it is, and they were noisy as fuck. So yeah.
This is by Jonas Smith. They said, I was coming home one night and thought it was a tennis ball on my path and kicked it, and it was a hedgehog. Poor bugger.
Well, poor you for kicking it, to be fair. But I say that one time, I don't know why we're just sharing stories of animals getting wrecked, but there was one time I was walking with my dad to like pick up one of my siblings at like a school disco, and we were just going down. It's like that was dodgy parking as well. So we're just walking down this street, and it's like, oh, there's a frog. It's the frog. It's jumping up and down. It's like, meh. That's not a frog noise. I can't do a frog noise. Like, ee! One of those, because they just scream, don't they? Do the frogs, and we're like, oh, that's really cute. I hope a car doesn't come. Fucking vroom, and then it's just like, oh, the frog's on. Fucking hell, poor guy. He's gone, isn't he? He's just fully squished. Poor bastard. I've never forgotten the fucking noise it made. It's like, oh, that's a cute frog. I hope he doesn't get run over. Fucking hell, alright. So, fair enough. Karmic justice.
Right, let me read some of these. It's important that Jordan learns that this is no playing in the car park, says Luke. He was in the car park with Pennywise balloons, says Jonah. Jonah.
Hey, Jordan. You want a mum that cares about you?
E. Raven says, I can only think of Lenny now on that Family Guy joke which shows Chris breaking Brian's spine. Yes, it is out of Mice and Men parody where they had Chris play Lenny. I don't know who played Carl or whatever the fucking bloke's name is. Not Lenny, whatever the other guy's name is. That would be a dark Sonic being ran over. Don't be Sonic, use the Green Cross code.
Exactly.
Hedgehogs, says E. Graven. Luke says hedgehogs are used by police to burst criminal tires, hence why they're always run over.
That's a shit joke, but you know what? We move.
That's by Luke, bye-bye. Ash, I didn't know hedgehogs were fast. Sonic reacting to this.
The issue is the entire time I did go, fucking hell, Sonic's real, isn't he? He's real.
Was he blue?
No, well, to be fair, it was too dark. I could barely see it, to be fair.
I was coming home. Oh yeah, I read that one. Yeah, you kicked Sonic. Says he great. Luke says if you met Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm sure he thought you were Eggman.
I'm not that fat. Fucking hell.
Luke then does the serious Ash face. Ribbit, SD Cricket fan says, my friend kicked a cat when I was in middle school. I'm still his friend. Poor cat.
Did he mean to?
Yeah, did he mean to? Luke
Let's
says,
get
then
into the
Ash
psychology of SD Cricket fan's friend, the cat kicker.
Cat kicker.
To be fair, I feel like in school you do hear some mad stories about people being mad with animals. Like, I remember someone told me as like a funny joke. Well,
he did mean to.
Honestly, I couldn't believe it at the time, and I just had to have a full poker face. There was this person who told me about how they had a cat in the house, and she wanted to test the myth. It's so outrageous. It's unbelievable. Fucking hell. God, I need to regain my composure for this, but it's so mental. It's outrageous. She says she wanted to test the theory that cats always land on their feet. So she threw the cat out a second-story window. And did it land on its feet? No, it fucking didn't. It broke its neck. It's like, what? What do you mean? You fucking murderer. And she was telling me this like it was this really funny joke. And I'm just like, what do you mean? You launched a cat out of a window, you fucking mad bastard. What's wrong with you? Fucking hell. And she was telling me this like it was some funny story. That cat broke its neck, you little fucking bastard. But, to be fair, myth busted. Like, fucking what the fuck?
Luke says, then Ash had frog legs for dinner, referring to the frog story. Jonah says, one of his spikes got caught in his shoe. It was when I was coming home from a late shift, it kind of rolled into a ball and didn't bounce, so then I realised it wasn't a tennis ball. Ian was doing Jordan a favour. He knew Chelsea hated him, so he made sure he got attention. This is Luke. ST Cricket fan says he did mean to kick the cat.
Bastard.
E. Craven says also Jack being typical Jack, not showing any sympathy.
Yes.
Luke says, bury me softly, brother, is my response to Ash hating my jokes. I tried my best, stealing my bit, but anyways. E. Craven says, though it is understandable in this case, but 9 times out of 10, Jack being unlikable isn't. And then, yeah, everyone does the serious face. And then E. Craven says, I got another betting ad on a YouTube video. Not your fault, the fault of YouTube. I don't want betting ads. I don't want gamble. I'm not Rocky Cotton, says E. Craven.
To be fair, we do actually have an option if gambling ads and like alcohol and stuff are shown. But I did tick them all to be shown because I like getting 2p of ad revenue. So sorry.
Next, you're telling me she washed it in the washing machine, says Luke.
Like I don't know how she told it to me straight face. It's like, fucking, what's wrong with you?
Ronky the wanker, Ronky the writer, sorry, says Jack acting like RoboCop.
Yeah, I don't have any RoboCop jokes, to be fair. I wasn't expecting to have to bust out the RoboCop material.
Homer
Jack
Simpson,
as a
you
RoboCop.
fucking animal. Get your ass out of that frying pan and get your ass into the kitchen or something like that.
Homer Simpson,
You fucking animal, you.
And now it's time to do my side gig of being Marge Simpson at children's birthday parties. Oh, Homer Simpson, you fucking animal, yeah. Good old Robogarda.
I loved the one where he did the pants of Jimmy Savile. That was one of my favorites.
Of course you did.
But the Homer Simpson one is overplayed because
it is, to be fair.
Yeah. But I do quote the sometimes just, oh, Homer Simpson, you fucking animal, yeah.
Fucking animal, yeah.
I wish we could show up, but we can't.
I highly doubt RTE's claiming much, but yeah, let's play it safe. Who would Callum be? My RoboCop. Callum would be the shitty reboot of Judge Dredd with Carl Urban as Judge Dredd.
Jack ain't RoboCop, he's more Chief Wiggum, says Luke.
Josh and Jasmine seem better suited to Hollyoaks. I'm usually quite generous with newcomers, and I will say I do like Jasmine and think she has I think Jasmine is pretty good in the role, but this was the first episode that that Josh kind of got exposed to be a little bit shaky on his feet, and like it's probably one of his first big jobs. Let's be honest, this is probably his first big TV role, and we have to give him some time to bed in, because he's a new actor on the show. But I will say, it did feel very Hollyoaks, which once again, even though I love Hollyoaks, I understand why people are saying it is like Hollyoaks. Obviously, Hollyoaks is notorious for people casting looks over acting ability. So, yeah, it did feel very drama school, which I kind of hate when the Redditors say it. But in this episode, I have to acknowledge that, yes, yes, I do agree that Josh was pretty awful. If you want true Hollyoaks and EastEnders, go to 2011. What, the time when they had fucking Warren Fox as Jake Stone and Gary Lucy's Luke Morgan as Danny Pennant. Like, what a shit show.
Luke says Jasmine and Josh are both gone in the next year to 18 months. I doubt they survive after Wadey leaves.
Yeah, I 100% believe. I think, if I had to predict, I think Jasmine probably is going to be a three. Like, I think, Jasmine's going to be the Gina of the Night family, where she's probably going to stick around. But I do think if you get a new executive producer, I do think Josh is probably gone.
Well, it depends, because if this, well, to me, I feel like Wadey is setting up the fact that Jasmine and Oscar are the future. So, if Josh,
Well, no,
and
it feels like to me
Oscar-
they're setting up that Oscar and Josh are the future.
Yeah, but I feel like he might go back to the original Young Love stream, because he did that. He did that with Zoe and Anthony. So, yeah.
Lauren and Mark, worth waiting for.
No.
See,
And
I understand why people would be excited for. Why people would be excited for. Not so much as subscribed. The alert still plays, despite probably not shown on the screen. God, what was I saying? Yeah, Lauren and Mark. I understand why people would lean towards Lauren and Mark, because it is dangerous. It's a little bit sexier, It's not it's not going to bed at 9 o'clock, putting the kids to bed at 8. It's not nappies and childcare. But also, I dislike Mark a good chunk, and I do like Lauren having something stable, but they still want to tell the time-honoured story of Lauren becoming Max, which is always a really fun plot point to play on, but I don't want it to happen because I feel like Lauren is better than this. But I understand why they do it, but I'm also quite resistant to see it happen, in my opinion. Like, I don't want it because I want Lauren and Peter, but I understand that Peter's not exactly exciting right now because he represents everything that's stable and secure and safe and a little bit boring. But Mark embodies a bit of chaos, which, Lauren, you don't fucking need. You've had enough chaos in your life for a lifetime. So don't choose Mark, choose Peter.
But also, they're doing already a love triangle, so there's no point doing another one. They're doing one at the moment with Josh, Jasmine, and Oscar. Why would you need to do another one with Lauren, Peter, and Mark? Also,
you can overlap storylines.
Yeah, also, you said Carl Urban played Judge Dredd, didn't you?
Yeah, I don't know if
misheard-
it was Carl Urban as Judge Dredd, but
Do you know who I thought you said? Carl Pinkington.
I don't understand why people want us to enforce the law. What's even the point? I've got fucking Carl Pilkington's a fucking mad bastard. I'll say that much. I love him.
I love.
He's the only people that makes Ricky Gervais tolerable.
Yeah, I don't like the Ricky Gervais show, but I do love hearing the fucking stories of Carl on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
I do.
excuse
Who? Yeah. Oh, yeah, true. It was Yeah, okay, yeah. The reboot of Judge Dredd kind of became like a cult classic. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. It's just, I don't know. I think people compared it to RoboCop, but anyways, it's just some side shit.
Luke says, Wadey's EastEnders is so shit, even baby Jimmy can say it. Fair point. Fair point.
Why is this the Stevie Wonder joke of EastEnders now? Why is this a thing? Fucking get
I
me
mean,
out.
Stevie Wonder isn't blind.
Don't you fucking start.
He's not though. He's not. He can perfectly see. He just did it for fame. He's lying. He's lying about it. Love those conspiracy theories because I believe them. E. Craven says, now wait, just like how baby Jimmy is faking the blindness. But anyways, E. Craven says, now wait, EastEnders like DTC, EastEnders high highs and low lows. Ronky says, Ian is jinxed just when he became councillor. E. Craven says, Ian is never not jinxed, he is Ian. If you want real shit EastEnders, see Sean O'Connor or Sen Eras.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's something I will. I always try to keep maintain, even though over the last little time period we have gotten quite jaded and quite grumpy about it. But I'll still say this is definitely not EastEnders at death's door. This EastEnders, there are good moments, and it still has a lot of potential. But to me, I don't think they're reaching that potential. But also, I think he took over at a dodgy time. He's got to follow the previous one. I still think that there are some good moments, and it's definitely not as bad as 2018 to, I'd say, 2022. I'd 100% agree with that. But I think it comes after the 40th anniversary, which was that 40th anniversary kind of capped a really quite positive era, all in all. But because it had to come afterwards, it now makes Wadey's era look worse. Like, if Wadey took over when Chris Crenshaw did, I feel like he would be getting quite rave reviews. But in the same way, he had to follow it, and I don't think he has lived up to the potential of what could have been. And I think that's something that you don't want to... You don't want to fall on that sword, right? You don't want to live with regret. And there has been good stuff, like the Nigel stuff. But also, the main issue is, I think a lot of this current EastEnders is empty calories, good moments, a lack of real payoff. And that's why people complain about it. But I still think that the complaints are there because I think a lot of the ideas are sound. It's just it never really pays off in the way you would expect it to. And that, for me, is where it kind of struggles, because they set up stuff that should be really good, and then they surround it with other shit that distracts from it. And I think it takes away from the show. But equally, I still say Ben Wadey's he's definitely not my least favourite executive producer. That's for sure. And there's definitely been a whole lot worse EastEnders. But to go from where it came to where it is now, it has been a sharp decline, because the highs of the 40th anniversary were always going to be really hard to follow up on.
2K Dan C says, Ross was acting like Stevie Wonder after he found out about Zach and Vicky. Come off like a right mug. Give us your best Stevie Wonder jokes. And do you believe he's actually blind, or do you believe he's faking it? Like Piggy. Anyways, let me read some other comments. E. Graven, I agree to a point, but even I'd protect DTC, Dominic Treadwell Collins over Wadey's any day. I guess it's subjective, says E. Craven. Don't forget Dominic Treadwell Collins draw now, who killed Lucy Peel, and I think recency bias affects Wadey's reputation. Don't
Definitely.
get me wrong. Wadey is no cleanser or centre.
Yeah, Diedrich Santa, one of the...
but he isn't a Sen or a Sean O'Connor.
Yes.
Even I do agree, Sean O'Connor and Sen are worse than Wadey, I'd agree. Just Wadey just always does well and then misses on big episodes. He isn't even a Brian Kirkwood. Someone said Kirk. But Xmas sucked. I think this week wasn't bad, and just slightly empty. Xmas was way more empty, says E. Craven. Jonah says, go for it, Lauren. Rip Mark's clothes off. Joanne, we're banning you. You're banned. So you're being banned. I feel like Chrissy Watch Out in a Den in 05 in my worst moments in this era. Now you know what it's like to be baby. Doing that. No, says E. Craven. SD Correct fan says Josh was shaky today, and Luke says all I'd say about Stevie Wonder and Jimmy is, isn't he lovely?
Fair enough.
why Luke's
Josh
not
was
here.
shaky today. Yeah, he was. He definitely was a little bit shaky, but it's his first. To be fair, it's probably Josh's big first like emotional scenes, because he's not really done a lot of emotional acting. He's just he's done some bitchy stuff and some back and forth, but it's not really been like, I am supposed to cry. He feels like the forgotten one of the family, and he feels like he's been shunned because he was supposed to be looking after Jordan, and it's kind of his fault, but it's not really his fault because Chelsea should have been fucking looking after him in the first place, and Chelsea shouldn't have just been trying to tongue Zach, like. But yeah, bit shaky.
The worst bit about Wadey, despite Graven, in their opinion, is Zoe, and there isn't much Zoe now. And Zoe was initially good for like 2 weeks, and then Graven also says, "No, I don't think Josh was that bad." Then again, maybe I could have sort of see how it could look like that in real life. I'd assume I can understand if someone doesn't process emotion in the same way. I may be defending bad acting, but I will defend you. Damn it!
No,
Hey,
it's
Graven,
not
we're
to
not going to
say.
get mad at you.
Yeah. First and foremost, it's up to you, mate. But I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I'm just we're just kind of arguing that it was shaky was, in my opinion, the right phrasing for it, because he's been given a big emotional scene. He's supposed to convey the shock and horror of finding a kid you were supposed to take care of run down, and he has to go and tell his family. That would be fucked up. But to me, it was a bit shaky. But I'm not saying I'm not on the Reddit wavelength of going, fucking it, Josh, GCSE level acting, because they do this every time Josh and Jasmine show up because they don't like the characters. And I feel like there are reasons to dislike the characters, but not because of the acting. I think Jasmine's good. I think she's a good actress. I think Josh has been good so far, but maybe, and it's his first big emotional scene, so he's gonna have to find his feet. No one's a 10 out of 10 from day one.
Luke says Stevie Wonder is blind, but guess we want to test it. Get him to cross behind a reversing Ian Beale. That's true. Get him to do the safe cross
Can
code.
we stop doing the Stevie Wonder jokes now?
Can we keep the Stevie Wonder stuff going,
It was
please?
really good for whoever made that first Stevie Wonder joke, but now we're just milking it. Just like Stevie Wonder according to Piggy.
What did you say?
I said just like Stevie Wonder according to Piggy. Just milking it.
Yeah, exactly. He's milking it. I can do it. Look. There you go.
Fucking hell.
Graven,
you're entitled to your opinion and you're right to hold it, and it's good we aren't all the same. Yeah, true. We don't want a hive mind. We don't all want to have the exact same, this is what I hate. Because then it would just get really boring. Discussion's always good.
I read too much of the Reddit, in my opinion. The EastEnders. Luckily, it hasn't rubbed off me. Luke says the EastEnders subreddit community is toxic as fuck. ST Cricket fan says, I just can't see the Stevie Wonder's jokes improving unless someone blindsides me with one.
He's fucking done it again. Good one. The one bit where Wadey is bad as Xmas 2025, that's literally the only bit of his tenure which I'd say is genuinely awful. I guess I'll disagree in a way. I think that all of the big episodes that they were supposed to hit, I don't think a lot of them have landed, and I think in the episodes there's been some controversial decisions that I think a better executive producer wouldn't make. I think they get a little bit lost, and they focus on some of the wrong ideas, or they do too much in one episode, or they do too little in one and then do 3 in the next. But I will say, for fuck's sake, stop trying to milk the Stevie Wonder jokes. SD Cricket fans the only one who's done a good one so far, so stop fucking doing them.
Did you see Stevie Wonder's new house? Nah, neither did he.
Terrible.
You can see it. He's not blind.
But all in all, like, to me, the Wadey era has just been, it's been a bunch of potential, but there's been a bunch of potential, but there's been a bunch of weaker ideas, and I think, like, I don't blame him because it's his first executive producer role, and you do learn on the job. It's pretty fucking active, but there's just been a ton of decisions that, for me, just don't really land and make it worse because of it, and I think there's been no consistency. Like, you say every executive producer has a bad month, and I do 100% agree. Chris Clenshaw's 2025 January is some of the worst EastEnders I've ever seen, and I've said this repeatedly so many times. But to me, the Wadey era has been decided by a... Okay, fair play. The first Stevie Wonder joke was good, Luke. Fair enough. Get your credit. But for me, it's just we've had no consistency with Ben Wadey's episodes. The big episodes that are supposed to bang have not banged, like Christmas, like New Year, like the anniversary, like the Nigel Christmas Christmas 23rd episode was really, really good. That was fantastic, and that was probably the best episode of this era. The Joel episode where he attacks Vicky, a really, really good episode still, but just they set up cool scenarios and they're too afraid to actually dine out on them. They set it up and then the payoff should be extended, right? It should be a long-term payoff. But just like the Zoe stuff, for example, we're still waiting for Zoe to get to know her kids. We spent 9 fucking months agonizingly waiting for the moments where Zoe, Jasmine, and Josh were all going to finally start a relationship. And now that they're actually on the square getting used to life there, where the fuck's Zoe? Where is she? This was what you were setting up. This is what you were doing. This is the whole motherfucking point. And just, like, that's my issues, personally. But, like, you spent so long building up to the Zoe stuff, and then you just abandon it. And I get it. She probably needed to go on a break because she was filming a lot of episodes. But still, like, yeah, I don't know. But like I said, and we don't necessarily even need to compare, like, Wadey to Clenshaw, because I still think, once again, Chris Clenshaw had a pretty good run. He takes over after the John Sen and Kate Oates fucking crime era, abandons the crime, and then proceeds to steer the ship. 2022, his half of 2022 still sucks. Then finally in 2023, they started to piece it together, and 2023 was really good up until Christmas, and then 2024 was pretty in the middle. Good stuff, not great. And then you have the January 2025, which was fucking awful. But then the 40th anniversary kind of capsizes it, and that's remembered as the lasting impression. And we don't even look at, like, the rest of his era, the last couple months of him being there, because it's like, yeah, can we move on now? Like, why are we still in? Why are you still doing it? So, yeah. But like I said, I don't think a lot of us are describing Wadey as the worst EastEnders, the worst executive producer EastEnders has ever seen. But because he's being compared to quite a strong executive producer in Clenshaw, it makes his case a lot worse. But still, it feels like he should be learning what mistakes he needs to stop doing, but he's not learning from them. And that's making the show worse, in my opinion. But, I mean, this week as well, so far, Monday was good, except for they overproduced it to absolute fuck. And they didn't need to go so hard on so many different details and put it all in one episode. They could have spaced it out over ages. But at the end of the day, today's episode was pretty boring, all things considered. So, I don't know. Anything, mate? You can wake up from your nap now.
Sorry. Let me read some comments. Let me read the comments.
You were just emoting. You were just doing emote faces. You were farming emote faces for a second. You were just like...
I don't like Chelsea. She's acting a bit deferous, says Joanne. Luke says, why does Stevie Wonder always smile when he sings? Because he doesn't know the cameras are on him. Fair enough. He Graven, you're driving Ash to drink. E. Graven says, though John York on his first episodes was way better than the second step, creating the Slaters through them. But all you Slater women.
Yeah, fuck that one
also,
for eternity. Fuck whoever wrote You Slater Women.
There is a comment I missed. ST Cricket Fan is the fandom's favourite. And then E. Graven says, Luke the EastEnders archivist, you are the Watching Walford favourite by donating to the Watching Walford Community Fund. Lamau, which is worse, November or January 2025?
January 2025, without doubt.
I look forward to Piggy replacing Wadey as showrunner.
I don't.
Glory days for the 90s, early and mid 2000s, says Ronky. SD Cricket Fan says, yeah, that's very confusing. Why pump so much into Zoe, Jazz, and Josh, and then nothing afterwards? Where's the payoff for us viewers? And then E. Graven says, and even 2023, Clancha had weak spots. Anyone remember Lisa's return, in my opinion? Well, I didn't either. And like obviously says, nah, I'm a moron.
Good old Lisa's return, because Keanu was having troubles with Louise, and fucking she hid the passport and then ran away with Peggy, which was funny. I remember that.
E. Graven says Piggy would kill Ravi off. Which Luke goes, yeah, good. And then obviously SD Crick fan agrees with Ronk. And then E. Graven says, yeah, I don't compare Clencho to Wadey. I compared Dominic Treadwell Collins to Wadey. Though Wadey, this is by E. Graven again, though Wadey's more consistently mixed, Dominic Treadwell Collins went from goated to fucking awful. Ronk
yeah,
says,
obviously, for the extra context, Dominic Treadwell Collins took over in 2013 and left in 2016. So he both had the very high of the Who Killed Lucy stuff and fucking crashed and burned revealing the Who Killed Lucy stuff.
Ronk says he keeps bringing ghosts from the past that it could develop and introduce new EastEnders.
I mean, the issue with this, once again, is we have the problem with the fandom hating newcomers. Because as I always maintain, yeah, sure, Reddit's not always the biggest, it's not the biggest depiction of the audience. But we have had Jasmine and Josh for a while, and it is just, fucking it, Jasmine and Josh, GCSE level acting, think they're shit. It's like, they are new actors, and they're in the role. They're still finding their footing. Fucking GCSE level acting, they should both be fired immediately. It's like, well, give them some time, and let them go put through their first storyline. But yeah. But I do agree, there has been an over-reliance on... There has been an over-reliance on a bunch of returns, which I think is, it feels like, and returns that you think are supposed to be really cool and long-term vision, and then they go, Anthony Truman is back, and it's like, what? Yeah, and Anthony Truman is going to be the surprise villain of Christmas. Like, oh, okay. And Zoe Slater's there's been a lot of kind of returns that's supposed to, make the audience feel excited, and then they don't really turn into what you want it to be.
E. Graven says, oh yeah, overproducing EastEnders like it's modern Corey. I don't get it when EastEnders or other soaps have music playing over the top, not just in the background.
Yeah, it's a very Hollyoaks thing. And Hollyoaks does it because Hollyoaks has a reputation for doing it, and they don't give a shit about it. But when they do it in EastEnders is supposed to be I'll use the term prestige soap, because EastEnders has been on, Coronation Street and EastEnders are the prestige soaps. They are the biggest soaps probably in the world, and they are the benchmark as to what everything else gets compared to. Emmerdale can kind of be there, but it's not the nation's favourite. It is just the token third favourite soap. But Coronation Street and EastEnders are the benchmark, and by doing that, what you do does reflect on everybody else, and if you do something, it probably is going to have ripple effects, right? So there we are. Is Emmerdale a prestige soap? Must be right. I mean, it is in a way. It's just for some reason. It went through evolutions, right? and so has all of the soaps. But to me, Emmerdale doesn't get the nod just because it kind of exists in its own sphere, and equally, it's not even the most popular ITV soap. Like, I don't know, it's weird to me. Emmerdale would always be seen as like a step down to Coronation Street, for example, in terms of impact. But it's very important nonetheless. But I don't know, I always kind of put it slightly down in comparison. But it doesn't mean it's not elite, it still is elite, but...
Joanne says, this was hyped up to be good this week, but I think it's going to be a bit flat like a hedgehog that's been run over.
Fucking what? This chat's outrageous today.
Eddie Graven says, Lamau. Dominic Treadwell, Collins and Wadey is an intriguing comparison. 2026 hasn't been the same without Zoe trying to find her sons, says Luke. SD Cricket fan says, people hated Jasmine and Josh from day one. Very odd.
They hate every newcomer from day one. It's just how it is. You compare it to your favourites and you go, they're not who they are. But you realise that most of your favourites are crafted and curated over years. And you have to slowly address. And some characters take years to get fully started and be fully fleshed out. But ultimately, you don't really get that response. It doesn't help how in the last couple of years they did they did start to introduce the characters with a much more of an edge. So initially you'd introduce them to be really spiky with the locals and they would like piss off some people. And then when they'd actually settle in, they'd start to make friends and make up for it. So therefore you put them at odds with like your favourite characters. So therefore you're kind of predisposed to dislike them because why they've been an asshole to the people I like. But they've kind of tried to stop doing that so much in the last little time period.
I will get to SD Cricket fans' second comment in a second. Ray Graven says, I really hope Whitey doesn't read r/EastEnders. He doesn't. Probably only checks for porn like me. Based. And even that is unfair. So his return was good for 5 minutes. And it should
be good now. It should, like, Zoe should be good when she actually comes back. But they've not given us the option. Like... And it was the biggest problem with the storyline because we went, thank fuck the stalker stuff's over because after Christmas we can finally start to get to know Zoe and get to know Zoe with her kids. But we didn't fucking get it, did we? Because it got delayed. It got delayed at Christmas. It got delayed till the 41st anniversary, and now we're still waiting on them trying to have a relationship. And it's like this was the fucking brief. This is why these characters were brought in. But, I don't know, they must have pivoted away because maybe they don't view Zoe as particularly good, or she's just on a break, alternatively, which is probably the more likely.
Is Emmerdale produces soap, which you've read, since it was like Roll Kitchen Sink, Rustic for a while until Phil Redmond and the plane crash. Part of me wonders why Emmerdale has so much going on in a village.
I mean, it just had to adapt with the times, right? Emmerdale wouldn't have lasted if it was still boring, basic Emmerdale farm. And some people may look at it as the kind of OG dying, but in order for it to survive, it needed to be a little bit more sensationalized. And I'll still say the Emmerdale plane crash is still one of the most insane episodes and weeks in any show in soap history. It's absolutely insane. Like, they managed to turn Emmerdale from what feels like it almost feels like a fucking dystopian apocalypse where it's like so much danger's there and they're all just trying to survive. And it's like a week ago it was you guys bickering about farmland. And now the plane's been crashed and people are dying. It's like, what the fuck's like insane. Obviously, Soap Study did a really good video on it.
Is this more like the night of changes? Fuck all. Says Luke. At least so far. Will this be really long term for Ian? Says E. Craven. It won't. I don't want a Lauren Mark affair, but it seems inevitable. Though Red Herring would be nice. Does Wadey even do that? Will Zoe get axed? Not by Wadey, says Luke. But that's my comment. Emmerdale, but Threads, I guess. That's what it was like at the time. Before rank the 4 big subs from worst to best, which I'll get to in a second, by SD Cricket fan. And Luke says, my 4 favourite subs are Daz, Persil, Lenore, and Tesco's own brand. So if I had to rank the 4 big soaps, which is obviously Fair City, Hollyoaks, EastEnders, and Coronation Street, then it's actually Coronation Street, Emmerdale, EastEnders, and Fair City. Then it would go obviously EastEnders, Fair City, Emmerdale, Coronation Street.
Yeah.
How about you?
How would I rank the four biggest soaps, 4 biggest British soaps? I mean, it
There's
feels
5.
Fair City doesn't count.
Does count. It's a British soap.
It's British if you want it to be. Is it done in Ireland or Northern Ireland?
It's done in Ireland, but it does count because by Nigel Farage's logistics, we are part of the UK. So it is a UK soap. So it's the Big 6, brother. It's the Big 6, and also I'm here, so I'm the legal representative for it.
But ranking it, I mean, the real answer for me goes, and the easy is ranking the bottom 2 because it goes from worst to best. It goes Hollyoaks, Emmerdale, and then ranking Coronation Street and EastEnders is the hard ones because Coronation Street has been on for longer and has a lot more impact because it's been on for 66 years, and it's probably not going from strength to strength, but it's gone through so many different eras. And likewise, EastEnders the same. It was built up to rival Coronation Street, and it's done a really good job at establishing itself. I don't know which one I'd rank as first, in my opinion. In terms of what right now, Coronation Street's better than EastEnders. But in between, for ages, from for me 2018 onwards, and since I started watching it in Coronation Street in 2020, I was watching Coronation Street was my favourite soap. But I think from legendary moments and legendary characters, I'd probably lean towards Coronation Street. But it can go either way, in my opinion. It can go either way. It just depends what you prefer. Can you reflect more with characters from up north? Or do you prefer the Londoners down south? It's just personal preference, which is better and bigger. But when I kind of think of it being legendary, I probably do lean more towards Coronation Street. But equally, any soap that I haven't had to cover for the last 3 years of my life, probably going to lean to the ones that I don't actually need to talk about on a weekly basis.
All I've ever known is the North.
I've never been poor.
Anyways, Luke says, Ronk says, Ronk says, iconic first time, EastEnders, or Exters. I guess that is introducing characters, first time characters, I guess. Stacey Slater, Max Brannan, Mick Carter, Roxy Mitchell, Whitney Dean, Jay Brown, Tiffany Butcher, and Lucy Beale.
Yeah, they are. They all are iconic in their own ways, so I'll give you credit for that.
And then Luke says, obviously, EastEnders, Corrie, Emmerdale, Hollyoaks. Graven says, is that 2000s? That might be 2000s. The only one I watch is EastEnders, though I've seen clips from all 4 of them. Does Casualty count?
No, because it's more of a daytime soap.
Poor Casualty. Luke says EastEnders and Corrie are the only soaps that seemingly will survive anything and will be the last soaps cancelled by the BBC or ITV, respectfully. Respectfully, they're the TNA of wrestling companies, of soaps.
Obviously that is the way it'll go. Hollyoaks will go first, then Emmerdale, then But in terms of what's in the best spot presently, it is just EastEnders is in the best spot currently. ITV is going through a bunch of financial issues. Channel 4 has been cutting Hollyoaks for years. So in terms of what's currently in the best position, it is EastEnders. But,
Also, Hollyoaks have gone back on the time jump, so they're now back in 2026.
Yeah, they don't really count the time jump anymore. They just act that it didn't happen.
Which is funny to me, which is very funny. If you had to go by the time jump logic, they would be in 2027. But I've seen a picture of someone's funeral, and the coffin says 2026. And then I checked Red, and Ren's like, "Why did you say 2026? You're supposed to say
Yeah, they're in
2027."
2027 by technicality. Yeah, but I mean that describes the
then-
current Hollyoaks. That describes the current Hollyoaks vision. Let's be real.
But also, what people have to realize is ITV is not publicly funded by
Yeah.
the people, so they have to. Hello, Alex Gunn, P1D. But what I'll say is, yeah, Hollyoaks is fuck, what was I saying? Channel 4 and ITV are not funded by the public. They're funded by ads and shit and ad revenues and stuff. So where the BBC, if they want, I know it's weird to say, but if the BBC wanted to go fucking high in, have fucking SWAT teams and fucking guns and have an ultimate showdown where they have fucking a shoot up or a fucking plane crash or a tube crash, they can do it because it's publicly funded by people of Britain and technically me, but I technically don't fund it, so don't tell the BBC that. But ITV needs to make cuts because they are a company owned, like they are not publicly owned, they're privately owned, I'd assume, by a media company, so they have
Yeah.
to make cuts where it's possible. And if you're choosing before, do I want to make a trashy reality show, or do I want to keep, or do I want to make a really gritty drama on ITV and air the Mr. Bean movie, the second one specifically, 20 times over, or give Emmerdale an extra season? They're going for that. But yeah, and Channel 4 obviously I feel like will either be bought by the BBC or will be bought by ITV, because I see them fundamentally struggling for money because
I mean, it's
Big
just
Bang
a
Theory
simple,
does
it's just a
cost a lot.
simple, sad case where TV is naturally dying, and in an attempt to adapt to the times, they've all opted towards streaming. But equally, like the issue with Channel 4 is Channel 4's kind of lost its edge. It used to be the edgy kind of teen, more
yeah.
adult, well, not adult, but more like edgy content, and it stood out because it was going more shock value and trying to depict kind of, it was great at marketing itself towards like teens. And throughout time, they've unfortunately lost that vision because they're trying to do what everybody else is doing, and it's hard to navigate a world where TV is just significantly less important than it has ever been before. So,
I mean,
yeah.
if you want to, hopefully this is alright to say, if you want, if you
Where's
want
this going?
like a TV show that Channel 4 like aired, they aired My Transsexual Summer, which was a reality show about 7 transgender people in different stages of transition. Which again, that aired in 2011, which again is a bit more woke, but it's like.
Like they also
But
had
they were
they also
edgy.
had shit like Mad Fat Diaries. They had a bunch of like really risky documentaries. I can't entirely like call it, but they probably did embarrassing bodies. A bunch of the more like shit geared to what they did. They did fucking what's the show? Naked Attraction, where it's people
Naked
getting
Attraction.
picked over their fucking balls and genitals.
It.
Like it's always supposed to have been that underdog program that draws attention because it isn't afraid to say fuck. It isn't afraid to kind of stand out.
I mean, they also had a show. I want to say it was Channel 4. It might have been a different channel. But they also had a show in like 06 where they had like some bloke on a journey to lose his virginity, and they had to bring him to a
Literally,
sex therapist.
they've recently started a show called Virgin Island. Like, it's
Don't go there.
it's an insane place. But I will
Channel
say, obviously,
5
Channel 4 for me, they do make a bunch of really good like 6-episode small series. Like they're killing it with that because they've had a bunch of like great shows. They obviously did Derry Girls. They've had a ton of like really good short dramas.
Channel 5 sounds like Channel 4 if it was tacky. Channel 5, I believe, is Australian, I want to say.
Yeah, Channel 5 is usually where all the Australian exports are from. It was where Neighbours was on. I think it is where Home and Away is on. And it's weird, it is just the Australian export channel for the UK because obviously Wentworth is on there, the big like famous Aussie police drama. Like it's mostly just Aussie stuff because we love a bit of the Aussies.
Obviously, if you want to watch it in the UK, like a Home and Away, if you don't want to watch it on like a tape delay, you go to Channel 5 because Channel 5 has it up to date. Also, if you are an old head, WCW used to air on Channel 5. I don't know whether it was Saturday Night Wrestling or like it was the 1 hour shows or if it was like Monday Night Nitro, but they do air that, surprisingly, which if you're an old head, you might remember that. So yeah, the Channel 5 is, well, it's goated. I believe my dad said he watched TNA on it as well. Total non-stop action, not tits and ass. He wasn't on Babe Station, I don't think. Um,
Or a
but
VPN, yeah,
uh,
VPN.
yeah, VPN, which I have to legally acquire to use the iPlayer. I obviously legally acquire because obviously the BBC don't like you being from international viewing the iPlayer, which is very stupid. Because
Then
I
use
feel like in Ireland,
VPNs. I would use VPNs if people sponsored us to use VPNs, and I would happily plug a VPN because the internet's a dangerous place.
also, anyone watch E4 last time? Remember of the Big Bang Theory network?
Yes.
That's where I always make the joke because that's
You
where
watch
Big
The
Bang
Simpsons,
Theory...
you watch Big Bang Theory, and typically when The Simpsons is over, fucking, oh god, what's that news? It's Hollyoaks. Oh god, turn it off.
There's an RTE show, EastEnders. So technically RTE own the rights, well, own the licensing rights to air EastEnders, Home and Away, and Fair City, and Virgin Media, or as I know it because I'm an old head, Channel 3 or TV3, not to be confused with TG Catter. I don't know how to pronounce that, but TG Channel 4. No, not the station Channel 4, but it's the Irish channel over here, which is Channel 4, or TG Catter, the fourth channel. And Virgin Media would air Corey and Emmerdale. And yeah, because ITV's not really, if you're using Freeview, if you don't know what Freeview is, it's basically what used to be the. That's funny.
TV was invented in 19... How many things are you going to explain?
No, what I'm saying is Freeview is basically like what used to be like Serview, like it's what you do. Yeah, and we don't have ITV over here, and Channel 4 is a bit harder to access if you're using a Freeview box. So yeah, which is why I always get mad at all the televisions that we see in Tesco, because they have the giant box that's like, you can get BBC iPlayer, all for, and it's like, yeah, but we can't get BBC iPlayer because they fucking hate us.
Yeah, because you're not allowed to watch it overseas. But yeah, it's just kind of...
Yeah, TG Catter is the Gaelic one. They used to air SpongeBob, and you're not going to believe this, they used to air fucking South Park, which I want to find the Irish dub of South Park, because that just sounds so fucking stupid. But that's where I used to watch SpongeBob. It was on TG Catter, so I don't know what SpongeBob and Patrick actually sound like. So I used to watch
Krusty Krab, yeah, pizza. It's fucking some of that. Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs? Just fucking... Alright, I'll just kind of run through some of the stuff that we didn't really go. Though BBC, I've heard there's some sort of financial issues, so this could be unverified. Yeah, it's the issue with the TV license, right? Is that more people don't like to pay for the TV license because they don't watch TV, but you technically need a TV license to use streaming services and whatnot, but most people just refuse to pay for the TV license because it's a load of fucking bollocks. But it being being publicly funded does mean that it's always going to have way more budget because there's a shitload of people in England and the UK, and well, is it just an English thing or is it a UK thing? But publicly funded anyways.
TV license?
Yeah.
I have a TV license, but it's free because I'm disabled. So whenever Nye watches TV,
tell us something we didn't.
But when I go down tonight and he's watching TV, I go, "Who gave you that TV license for free? There, big man. It was me. It was me." Because we also have to pay the TV license. But obviously, if you're just to say, it's better if you live in Ireland for a TV license because it's fucking free if you're disabled or old. Because if you're old, they're like, you can't pay for it. It's free. So that's
the
how we didn't
TV
have
license
to pay for
is
it
fine, but it has the reputation of most people just don't give a shit enough to pay it, and you have the fucking hall monitors like, you're not paying for your TV license. What are you gonna do about it, pussy? Well, we don't actually have any authority, so we're just gonna yell at you, and maybe you'll get a fine one day.
I mean, all they do, from the horror stories I've heard, all they do is they literally just They knock
Hello?
on your door. And,
Hello?
hello, governor.
We're here with the TV license company. You're not paying your TV license? Yeah. Can you start paying for your TV license? No.
I mean, do you know what I've heard over here that they've been trying to do
Yeah.
to get people to pay TV license? Do you know what I mean? Like you have a phone nowadays or a computer. They're trying to go, no, 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 no. You have a computer and you have a phone. You need a TV license for your phone and computer. And it's like, no, you don't, because they're not a TV. Yes, they technically stream stuff, but they're not a TV. It's like you don't need a TV license for fucking YouTube. Oh my god, I want to watch Mr. Beast, but I haven't paid my TV license. What am I going to do? Imagine
well, I
Reese's
mean,
a
you've got to say that, but you know, TV license, it publicly funds the BBC, and it's a great broadcasting station, and we really should look after the BBC because it may one day it'll all be over soon.
Imagine Reese's a TV license for sir. Read the last line there, please.
Sonia, you know, it's law to pay for your TV license. Doing his trademark fucking huffy fucking breathing. Hollyoaks, not very good. SD cricket fans back shitting on my favourite underdog soap. Was Hollyoaks ever good? Yes, Hollyoaks has been good at multiple times in the past. People often tell you that early on it started off a bit slow, but even in the 2000s it did get better, and so everybody has their different opinion as to when the golden era is. I kind of view when it started to really take off and become so profusely popular was in that like mid 2000s, like 2006 for example, where they started to kind of they had the, you know, some may call it annoying as fuck, but they had the really like the basically they tried to sex up the show for teenagers, which sounds really dodgy, but they added the theme where it went from something you could play in a jazz bar where it's like do 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 do, and then they change it to the fucking insane like guitar of the do 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 do. It's like fucking hell, Hollyoaks is on, and then they started to do more. They started to be more aggressive and kind of, I say it's like other shows, but a little bit on crack in a way. Like it's intense as well. There's so many different casts. There's a lot of big stunts pretty frequently. I think Hollyoaks is good. I do love Hollyoaks. I understand why people dislike it because it is the trashier one, but I love it just because it's fucking, it's insane. And like trying to like following one character's stories throughout their time on Hollyoaks in comparison to other shows, because like this is Steve Hay. He was diagnosed with HIV. He formerly was a man who dated women and he domestically abused his partner, but then he realized he was gay, then got into another domestic abuse storyline with a closeted man, and then from that point onward he went to a next relationship. He opens up a new business as a deli owner, and then he goes from marriage to marriage. Like, it's fucking insane to just cover it all in one. He finds out his actual family, and he nearly sleeps with his with his actual dad, but he doesn't, and then he finds his new family, and then he has a whole like, it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's Brookside with the synth new wave theme. Yeah. It's the Brookside theme. I don't like it, to be honest, but it was very of the time.
Alfie08 says, what did you think about tonight's EastEnders? And Lewis sums it up. It was terrible, Alfie. Or to quote the critic, not the nostalgia critic, that show stinks. It sucked. The critic, everyone. He used to be a small little bald white man that got Matt Groening incredibly pissed because they did a crossover and Matt Groening refused to put his pen on the crossover, but he did take credit for the Family Guy crossover. So know your fucking worth.
Okay, what did you think about tonight's EastEnders? I thought it was a bit of a letdown in comparison to what they set up yesterday. But it was still good, and it was still a continuation of the stories. I just think that once again they try to build a lot of hype for the episodes, but they they overloaded yesterday with a ton of stuff that they probably didn't need to do, and then this episode fell flat because they didn't have a lot of the kind of cool emotional beats. But it was an alright episode. But in comparison to yesterday's, which to me yesterday still is a good episode, even if I had a lot of complaints. But yeah, I just one of those things. Is he like the main character Hollyoaks? No. Steve's just one of the many regulars on Hollyoaks. Just kind of ridiculous, really. Steve's lore sounds like fan fiction. It's mental.
I know what the critic is, even if most only know from the one Simpsons episode. Yeah, it was a failed spin-off. Well, not spin-off, but it was a failed attempt at a cartoon, sadly. I need to watch it, but yeah. There is a TV show that I have been watching on HBO Max. Not The Sopranos, but 'cause it's 10 minutes long, this series is. And your pretty face is going to hell. That's what I've been watching. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a decent show. It has Satan as one of the main characters, and it has these two people who are Satan's devils. Yeah, it's very good. 10 minutes each episode, ran for 3 seasons. I think it got cancelled, but so did most things. But I wanted HBO Max is Mike Tyson's Adventures, because that had fucking Norm Macdonald as a pigeon. So I would like to see that.
You don't think Max would actually get married to Cindy on New Year? Probably a misdirection. I mean, would they do it? Would they just? Is it misdirection? Would they make Ian and Elaine get married after the rough year that Ian's had? Elaine supporting Ian, finally getting together with him. It would explain why Linda was getting ready. Would it be Elaine getting married to another man, and it would be another wedding for Ian?
Yeah, but he does stay in the flash forward that he's the best man.
Ah, well, fuck it, yeah, fair enough.
And I believe the postcard on the thing does say, like, Mr. Brandon and blank, because obviously they don't want you to know. Which I don't even think they knew at the time either. They just, fuck it, cover it up. Put my name down at Ben Wadey. Put me down. SC Cricket fan says, I had to pause this stream just watching it now. Piggy literally just mentioned like 12 million different channels in 36 while explaining why EastEnders is aired in RTE.
See, that's always the joke I make, because it's like it's like, all right, Piggy, he needs to explain the really simple things that everybody understands. But then he's like, oh yeah, and that's when Vince Russo in WCW in 2000 went, it's like, fucking who? What? Like, fucking... It's like, it's all the video essays where they will do all the kind of jokes where it's like, and in 1940, the Nazi Germany is like, well, why the fuck are you explaining this? This is a video talking about the Beatles. Like that's how the things will go on. But yeah.
Yeah, and they will have to wreck on the radio scene somehow. Word of advice, BBC, don't platform any of your celebrities in fiction. Yeah, and who was right in saying they shouldn't have done it a year in advance? Fucking me. Get fucked, dickheads. You're fucking pedo presenter. Fucked it for you. Let's go.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly. Probably true because he works
allegedly.
at the BBC. Probably true because he works at the BBC.
Allegedly. Yeah, Max Brown is just marrying Redacted. Fair enough. Don't know if Elaine could forgive Ian. I mean, Elaine will forgive anyone if she likes him enough, let's be honest. Alright, I suppose we've been going for a good chunk of time now, so I think this is the end of the stream. Now, not to fear, we're going to be back tomorrow to do another episode of the Watching Walford Watch Party. Will next one be as action-packed as this one has been? Time will tell. Steve Cricket fan says, someone somehow mentioning his dad not watching Tits and Ass on Babe Station came up in the explanation. Lol. Yes, because it is Piggy, and the things you're not supposed to say will always be said, which is just how he is. It's never going to change. Yay, woo. But yeah, obviously, do want to thank everybody who's been here today. Obviously, the regulars. Lewis has been here. I feel like Lewis catches every single stream without fail. SD Cricket Fan, Luke, E. Graven, and, you know, Alfie, Icy Clark, some recent kind of additions. Well, like, what's the name? Ronk?
I can go through it if you don't mind. Joanne Smith, 2483. E. Graven, GE4NJ. Lewis, F156YF. ST Cricket Fan, Luke the EastEnders Archives. Icy Clark, 1926. Jesus, you're old. Alfie, A08. ST Cricket Fan, as I mentioned. Alex Gunn, P1D. Let me just scroll up even further. I can't go further up, but I know there was more people there. But
we do thank everybody who has been with us on the streams, because it's been a great time. Has been a great time. And obviously, once again, just to remind you, we will be back tomorrow because there's 2 more episodes left. We weren't necessarily the biggest fan of this one, but it was still enjoyable nonetheless, even if it was quite unremarkable in a way. And yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, and we hope all of you join us tomorrow for another edition of the Watching Walford Watch Party, and for episode 3, where we react to The Night That Everything Changes, number 3. See you all tomorrow, everyone. Bye-bye.